power steering, cruising to a better vision, yup. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to school me, but I've been a genius. Daddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. So, keep the rest. Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No cost. I want that cost. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as Divisional Weekend in the NFL is underway.
Watching now, Barney! Leopard! Watching now, Barney!
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They snap it at 1. Now it's Peterman. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Room to run inside the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. They'll try and sneak it here. And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, Carter. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Now let's go. Green.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, Carter. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Set. 319. 319.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The former Brown, Jabal Sheard. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll run it here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, Peterman. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They go play action with Peterman. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
And they'll go on the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down, here's an option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
From the gun, it's Peterman. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
This time, Peterman will throw. But it's caught. Tompkins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Peterman to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Emmanuel Ogbah. In there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll look to throw here on first down. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Gets past one man. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On. 53, check 53.
This is Hines. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's the backup lock. Going right side here, and that's complete. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the football.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So they get a break there as the penalty moves him to the 5 for another 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Love. Dancing to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. first down. Carter, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Gun!
They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Boy stays up, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here, and thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. And his throw is incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Bunt, and it'll bring up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
12.
To throw on second down is Luck. Flush to his right. There he goes inside the 30. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. Now a first down throw. Luck. That is caught inside the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Hines on a toss play. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Gone!
They'll keep it on the ground. Carter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
They'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Locke. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hines. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Locke. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the red zone now, Locke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Fighting through. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Luck now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Now let's go!
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Four down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And Callaway taking it in left side. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now back to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go now. 3 and out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. As his guys are in for 6. And the Browns get a score closer. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points. And you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming. And I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robertson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the Browns getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Browns. 61 yards.
Gun!
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down now, Carter. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. In for the score. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Regular. Got it, 12.
Back to throw. Love. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Let's go, Mexico! 11
On 2nd and 10, Locke finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Luck on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
on.
Luck throwing again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robertson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Wrong.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's not bury the team that lost.